Thailand, home of beaches, Thai food, and lady boys. So there I was packing for my trip to Thailand, and the biggest issue that I faced was what watch should I bring? You know, I've got a fairly varied collection, but I just couldn't figure out what to do. And it's all right, it's okay, but I just couldn't figure out what to take with me. Would I take a Breitling, a Rolex? How about I really gave some serious consideration to bringing the blue Pelagos Tudor. So in the next couple of minutes, we're going to take a look at the watches that I considered bringing with me, and then I will run you through the watches that I did bring on this trip and show you how they look throughout various parts of Thailand. But first, let's have a quick look at Thailand showmanship. If you can't handle it, guys, just skip ahead a little bit. Of all the watches that you might possibly bring to Thailand, this is really should be at the top of anybody's list if you happen to own it. And if you don't, hey, you could buy a copy of it for like 40 bucks on the beach or at breakfast. In fact, I did that one time. So if you want, go back through my old videos and look for my confession about buying a fake watch, a fake Rolex, although this is the real James Cameron edition. Anyway, the things that recommend it for a Thailand trip are its extreme water resistance and how beautiful this dial looks in full sunlight. And in Thailand, you definitely get tons of sun. So this is a waterproof watch. You can wear it at all times. You do not have to take it off at any point. And it's a great watch for the ocean, and it's casual. So it's one of those that could really do quite well in Thailand. And it really had to cross my mind. I had to think about it very seriously. And then there was the Batman. Boy, I'll tell you what, I had to give this one serious consideration, and I agonized about it a little bit because it's literally the perfect traveler's watch. Invented originally, as we all know, for Pan Am Airlines pilots, you can track your home time zone as well as an away or travel time zone. And the jumping hour hand means that when you are traveling between time zones and arrive at your layover, it's extremely easy to adjust your watch. And you don't even have to stop or hack the seconds. You can just keep going. Plus, again, that blue bezel shows brilliantly in direct sunlight. The reason ultimately I didn't take it was those polished center links. I was afraid I would scratch them all up on this trip. And speaking of GMT watches, I also have this Breitling Avenger 2 GMT, which is not polished. So it would have been a really great travel companion. And in fact, I have taken this watch to Thailand before, as well as the two that I just showed you before. And I think that's the reason I didn't bring it this time. Been there, done that. It's a great watch. It's a terrific travel watch. But, you know, it's just one of those watches that seems to blend into the background of my collection. And every time I wear it, I like it. But then I take it off and put it away for months at a time. Speaking of Breitlings and traveling, here we have the Breitling Galactic Unitime Sleek T travel watch. This is a world timer. It has a patented in-house movement. It has a beautiful onion dome crown. It's just a lovely watch. I have brought it to Thailand before. I like it so much. The only thing I think I don't like is I'm used to having a dive bezel or a GMT bezel to fiddle with, and this watch doesn't have that. And again, I was looking at maybe thinking about bringing something to Thailand that I had never brought before, and this watch has accompanied me previously. Well, if you are a fan of the channel, you know I have one ball, and here it is, the Ball Watch Company chronograph diving watch. It is a NIDU, any Navy Experimental Dive Unit chronograph and diver. So what I like about this watch is that it has tritium tubes, and you can read it quite well when you are in the Ladyboy Club at night. On the one hand, on the other hand, it is kind of an aggressive styling watch, and I was worried that if I had to look at it every day, I might get tired of it. So instead, I selected a watch that I really love to look at the dial, and it has the handy day-date complication. It is a Breitling steel fish, has 500 meters of water resistance, has a dive bezel for me to play around with, and it has a chronograph in case I want to time stuff. And in this picture, as it fades out, you will notice that we are up high looking out of an observatory. And in fact, I'm on the 49th floor of an observatory in Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam at this moment when I took that picture. So I have taken that Breitling steelfish all over Thailand, and in this picture here we are at a temple called the Blue Temple in Chiang Rai in the north, and it's a beautiful temple, but it's such a good watch to have as your travel buddy. And here we are at another very famous temple in Chiang Rai called the White Temple. It is a spectacular place, and I just love looking at this watch. I'm glad I brought it because I never get tired of looking at that dial. Okay, I said I never got tired of looking at that Breitling, and it's true, but you fellow watch nerds understand the dilemma. You cannot travel with just one watch. So I also brought the Jaeger-LeCoultre Master Compressor GMT watch, which is a terrific one for this purpose because it's not only good for, like, you know, a kabillion meters of depth, but it's got a GMT function so I can track time at home as well as on my trip. Here we are looking at the lovely business class meal on the way over here. Now, lest you think it's all ladyboys, guys, there are a lot of temples and cultural things to do in Thailand. So here we are at a gorgeous temple. And we're going to wrap up this video, and we will do it on something that I know you're going to enjoy. Here is a beautiful Smurf Rolex that I videoed while on a brief side trip to Myanmar, right into the market. Isn't it gorgeous? I can't believe I passed this up. I think it was only about $10, $15. I should have got it, huh?